Hello everyone. Good day to our colleagues at the College of Social Sciences, especially our colleagues at the Department of Anthropology, Sociology and Psychology. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the chairperson of the ASP, Professor JJ, for giving me this opportunity to pay tribute to one of the most important persons in my life and in the life of the university. Wow, hindi ko maisip na magre-retire na o mawawala na sa UP Baguio si Jessica. Parang college pala ako, undergraduate yata ako nandyan na siya. She was my professor or my teacher in history when I was in the undergraduate program of BASS, History and Political Science. I remember her to be really a very good teacher. She speaks with clarity. She's very articulate. She's a storyteller. When she starts teaching, everybody is in awe, even after the class. And she's one of the reasons why I decided to shift to history from being a BS biology student in the undergraduate. I also saw her becoming a division chair of the College of the Division of Social Sciences then, when we were still under UP Diliman. We were still a college of UP Diliman. And I've seen how she manages people well. She's a silent worker. She may not be seen talking to everybody every day, but you know that she's always busy and working for the good of the division then and the college. And as a dean of the College of Social Sciences, I've also seen how she would bring together people to work for a common goal. She's a conflict management person, I would like to believe. I really learned a lot from her, especially when she became already our Vice Chancellor for administration. And precisely that's the reason why I chose her as our Vice Chancellor for administration, because I know that she's loved by our administrative staff and faculty, of course, and reps, and I know that she listens to everybody, and she gives very fair advice to us as a team. Alam nyo, siguro hindi ko kinaya yung buong 9 na taon na pagiging Chancellor ng UP Baguio kung hindi dahil kay Jessica. Siya ang aking advisor, mother confessor. Pag nagsalita na kasi si Jessica, makakalma ka, maski nasa panahon ng turmoil, in the midst of turmoil or crisis in the university, her mere presence is calming. Especially so if she starts talking and giving her wise advice. Kaya lahat kami sa team ay talaga nakikinig din sa payo ni Jessica. Again, sinasabi ko, hindi yun siya masyado sigurong nakaka-interact, pero siya ay isang tahimik na nagtatrabaho at nagpo-produce ng outputs para sa ating pamantasan. Kaya hindi ko talaga ma-imagine ang university na wala si Jessica. Katulad ng iba't yung mga pioneers natin na nag-retire na at yung mga pa-retire na rin. Katulad ni Lori Lee, yung mga ito, yung generation talaga ng mahuhusay na faculty ng Soksay na magaling magturo, marunong sa administration, at marami tayong natutunan sa kanila. Nakakalungkot na alis na siya, pero alam ko na tayo na naging mentee niya vicariously or directly ay ipagpapatuloy natin, no? Yung magagandang traits at katangian ni Ma'am Jessica bilang isang professor at bilang isang faculty administrator. Jessica, I will miss you, you know that. Thank you very much for agreeing to serve again the university at a time when you told me at that time that you were on semi-retirement already, having served the university for so many years. But I begged for you to please help me because I know that with you around me, I can do it, and I can do it very well. Thank you very much, and enjoy life beyond UP. Happy retirement.
With long days on the job, colleagues often become like a second family. When a coworker retires, we feel sad, but at the same time, we're happy because he will enjoy the fruits of her retirement. This is exactly how I feel for BC Jess, a cherished colleague and a friend. We have worked together for almost a decade of professional friendship and collaboration. Being one of the pillars of UP Baguio, I trust her institutional memory, so I refer to her decisions I am not very confident about. She's always available and could be relied upon not just to provide feedback, but valuable and objective feedback right on time. Her insight and strength as a sounding board helped immensely, and I feel much more confident in being able to make the right decisions. In the various committees we sit in, she carefully listens to issues and is generous with her advice. She had the patience and wisdom of a mother, yet the spirited, gentle touch of a colleague, and in all this, her immense courtesy and concern for others are evident. Our conversations are sincere and helpful. She always listens carefully and responds thoughtfully. I envy her calm and reassuring presence. Thank you, VC Jess, for your support and friendship. It is a privilege working with you. I would always remember you as a person of beauty, dignity, grace, and respect. Happy retirement, and I cherish our moments together while at work. Thank you.
Congratulations, Ma'am Jess, on your retirement. It has been a little more than 30 years ago when I first met you as a new faculty member, and you were then the chairperson of the Division of Social Sciences. And then after this, of course, I had several other opportunities to work with you. When you were dean, I became the division chair, and then of course more recently as MK director and APFC member, you were of course the vice chancellor for administration. So I mentioned this because in all of this time, I had learned so much from you, especially in terms of being more collegial and giving respect to different personalities when we work together. So in the SOC side, for instance, and of course we do have a lot of interesting personalities. It just amazes me so much how you are able to, let's say, cull ideas from all of these long winding meetings and bring us back to focus when different voices become very loud. So I think that is something that I appreciate so much with you, leading us back into consensus or some kind of an agreement eventually. I really will miss your guidance and the insights and suggestions you usually give me, and your calm. So I salute you for your untiring work. I remember when you were dean, you used to go to Diliman. It must have been very difficult for you, having to travel 6 hours, pre-NLEX, SETEX, TPLEX. And then of course maybe the small and big issues that you had to face as BCA. And you were able to do them very well. So to meet this very well. So as we say farewell to you, I wish you all the best. Maybe in the future, when we are able to come back to campus, we will see you again joining the Zumba sessions. So for now, take care, and I really miss you. Thank you so much.
Hi, Ma'am Jess. I'm not sure if you remember that I applied twice in UP Baguio. The first one was in 1994 when you were coordinator of the Social Sciences Division, and the second one was in 1996 when you were already the Dean of UP College Baguio. But my real interaction with you began when you became Vice Chancellor for Administration. And I was then the HR, and I became the HRDO Director Chief. Looking back at the 9 years that I have been with the outgoing administration, I don't think I would have made it to this day without your support. You have given the office a clear direction in terms of its mission. You have helped us through the challenges that we met in the discharge of our duties. And I would say that the staff of HRDO look up to you for guidance. Ma'am Jess, I learned much from you. From you, I understood the virtues of patience, understanding, compassion, and humility. I also learned to look at issues and challenges from a broader perspective. Thank you very much for all the support that you gave to the office, and thank you for understanding my shortcomings as head of the office. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much, and God bless.
Amid the time I have worked for you, I have appreciated your leadership and been appreciative for everything you have taught me. In the event that I have learned anything from your leadership, it's to never stop challenging myself. The time you've invested in me has made me way better at what I do. It's truly been a joy learning and growing under your watch. Nevertheless, we know that there are numerous stages of life, and retirement is one of the greatest. Looking back at your career, you ought to be cheerful with the work well done. It's been an honor to be part of your group, and I thank you for taking me under your wing. My first impression of you was simply to be exceptionally unforgiving on us. It turned out to were unforgiving on yourself by being persistent with employees like me. I will never forget that, ma'am. The conclusion of your professional life is the beginning of your retired life. It might take a few minutes to get used to it, but I can think of anybody who warrants a life of every relaxation more than you. We're all going to miss you, but we know you are entitled to have the free time to do what you want to do. Congratulations on retiring. Sit back and enjoy. Ang sabi ni Sir Marsan noon, Mar, magsalita ka, ang masasabi ko lamang, mabait siya. Gawin mo ang trabaho mo. Yun po ang sinabi sa akin ni Sir Marsan. That it turned out, mabait nga si Ma'am Jess. Bye ma'am!
I-recall ko lang yung mga memories ko with Ma'am Jess na nakasama ko siya sa Soksay hanggang sa Registrar's Office. Nung dumating si Ma'am Jess sa Social Sciences, dalaga pa siya. And then, meron siyang naging project noon sa Cagayan Valley, na parang displaced families yata yun. Kinuha niya akong clerk typist sa project na yon. So, naging close kami noon sa mga panahon yon. And then, hanggang sa naramdaman ko na lang na family talaga ang turing na sa akin. Maraming mga pagkakataon na nagkasama kami sa birthday ng mga anak niya, birthday ni na Carlo at Maria, sa registrar's office nung nagpa-party kami doon sa carpentry office. Tapos, nung naging division chair siya sa social sciences, nakita ko kung paano niya i-handle yung mga difficult situations very calmly, na tinakil niya yung mga, hinandle niya yung mga situations yun. Matahimik lang siya, lalo na kung galit. Nung naging college secretary naman siya, nakita ko rin kung how she deals with problems inside the office. Kasi kami lang minsan nagkakaproblema eh. Problema ng mga estudyante at problema ng mga magulang na pumupunta sa kanya. Nakita ko lahat yun kung paano niya hinandle. As a din naman, hindi ko makakalimutan yung may naging issue noon ng promotion ng mga admin. Alam mo na yun, Boss Jess, kung anong naging problema natin noon at paano natin yung hinandle. Naiisip ko lang. Isa pang banding moment ko with Ma'am Jess ay noong nagpunta kami sa Mangaldan. Kasama namin si Ma'am G. Kaming tatlo lang ang pumunta. Napakasaya nung moment na yon na magkakasama kami. At talagang hindi ko makakalimutan. Dahil for a while, kinalimutan ko siyang dean. Ang turing ko sa kanya talaga noon, kaibigan lang. Hindi ko siya superior. After tapos nag-study leave na siya for her doctoral, no? Tapos nung bumalik siya, siguro mga 2011 or 2012, bagong chance natin noon, si Chancellor. At masaya-masaya na lang kami sa admin dahil tinanggap niya yung pagiging PCA. At kung ilang terms si Chancellor, ganun din ang pinagsilbi niya as BCA. At alam namin na nating lahat kung paano niya tayo pinagsilbihan bilang BCA, ano? Marami akong mga pagkakataon na nakasama ko siya sa PFC, sa mga committee meetings. At nakita ko naman talaga kung paano niya i-handle yung mga situations, mga problema. At siyempre, hindi natin makakalimutan na isa siyang mabuting tao, isa siyang makadiyos, at sigit sa lahat, mahal na mahal niya tayo at mahal na mahal din natin siya. Happy retirement again!
I've had the privilege to work closely with Jessica for many years. During her time as Dean of UPCB, I headed the Math Discipline, the College Extension Program, and the Task Force on Extension Program. We were together in defending a major curricular revision of the BS Math program in UP Diliman in the early 90s, and brainstormed in many college-wide meetings in preparation for our transition to a CU. Recently, we worked together for a course in the PhD in Indigenous Studies program. She was one of the reasons why I accepted the Vice Chancellorship, because I knew that I could work well with her. A relationship I would like to believe is based on mutual respect and trust, which is evident until now at the APFC, with me as a representative of the Academic Union and Jessica as co-chair of the committee, even if we don't agree all the time. I learned so much from Jessica, from her leadership style, her critical analysis of and principled stance on many issues that affect our constituents and our people. As a UP leader for many years, she is firm and objective, very unassuming and respectful, never a bully, especially to the staff and junior faculty, and does not push her weight around. Thank you, Jessica, for what you have done for UP Baguio and its constituents, and for playing a role in my own personal growth as a faculty and as an activist. It was an honor working with you then as the first IGROT leader of our institution, a pleasure working with you before your retirement, and I hope to be able to work with you still on issues we care about. You've been a great mentor and a friend, and I'm grateful. Stay strong and healthy, enjoy your retirement, and see you around.
Ma'am Jess was my instructor in Asian Civilization first year, first sem, and in Philippine History, freshly second sem. My major then was BS Psych Pre-Med and then BS Biology when BS Psych Pre-Med was abolished. A couple more semesters made me realize that I was not suited to the medical sciences, especially when I accidentally discovered that the sight of blood literally makes my knees buckle. When I was deciding on a new major that was more suited to my inclinations, I remembered my 2 history courses under Ma'am Jess. That is part of the reason why I chose history as one of my double majors. I had teachers in grade school and high school who were Marcos fanatics who bombarded us with pro-Marcos propaganda. UP life was culture shock and an eye-opener. I must say that my Philippine history class was one of the early influences in my political activism. Fast forward several years later, I was a young instructor at the Social Sciences Division of UP College Baguio. During those days, the newest recruit is assigned as the DA secretary in charge of documenting and preparing the minutes of the division assembly meetings. It was my turn to be the DA Sec when the Social Sciences Division was formulating and codifying its interdisciplinary trust. There were very long faculty meetings on interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary. I remember telling Ma'am Jess that I was overwhelmed by the discussions, briskly taking notes from the exchanges between the likes of Ma'am Lich Casambre, Steve Rude, Weng Boquiren, Julius Mendoza, and the others. I admitted to Ma'am Jess that I had difficulty following some of the discussions during meetings and could not understand some of the memos submitted by some faculty members. I remember Ma'am Jess telling me, "Don't worry, JJ, don't worry too much. Sometimes I also do not understand some of the memos or letters sent to me by certain faculty members, even after reading them 3 times." Hearing that from her somehow eased my insecurities. More importantly, my takeaway from those exchanges is that it was okay to admit one's limitations and not to take oneself too seriously. She is unassuming in her demeanor. There are a lot of people who tend to use 10 or 20 sentences when they can make their point with just 5 sentences. With Ma'am Jess, she only needs a few sentences to make her point. When she was the SOCSI coordinator, our faculty meetings did not take too long, mainly because of her preparation and her skills in facilitation. She's a woman of few words, but when she speaks, people listen. I believe that she's very mindful of how she deals with people, verbally or in terms of her actions, in order not to offend people. My guess is that she's aware that as a faculty and administrator, her actions can profoundly affect her students and co-workers. For me, her approach to dealing with people can be described as intuitive. I had limited dealings with her when she became an administrator, which was early in her career. I, together with other faculty members, did not always agree with the stand of the UP Baguio administration on many issues. But the disagreements were principled and respectful. That is why Ma'am Jess remains highly respected and well-loved by both the faculty and the non-teaching staff. During some of the most contentious issues that divided the CSS in recent years, I believe that she was among the stabilizing influences. When many were agitated and became very emotional in relation to certain issues, there was Ma'am Jess with her calm presence and voice of reason. In the confusion of all the noise during the difficult period of the CSS, I took my cue from her. In the brief period that I have been doing administrative work, she was there during crucial moments. Due to her busy schedule, she seldom attends our faculty meetings, but when she does, I have learned to expect that she had something important to say on important issues. She attends our department meetings when we or I make specific requests and tell her that we or I need her. She makes time to share her insights and lend her quiet support. Jess, you did not need to be loud to be heard. You almost always made your point with your penetrating gaze, characteristically few words, unobtrusive presence, and for your quiet efficiency. This is bittersweet. We are sad because we will definitely miss you, but we are happy that you can now take it easy. Good luck and enjoy your retirement. Jess, salamat pala dun sa libre mong chicken mommy sa Vilmars decades ago. Sana may pa-chicken mommy ka ulit after this pandemic. See you around, Ma'am Jess.
Dear Jess, dumating na ang araw na pinakahihintay mo. Marami akong gustong sabihin, ngunit susubukan kong iklian ang aking pasasalamat sa iyo sa pamamagitan ng liham na ito. Liham ng pagunita sa tatlong pinakamahalagang pagkakataon na ako ay natuto mula sa iyo. Isa ka sa mga malalaking impluwensya sa akin at sa kung anong uri ng tao at mamamayan ng UP ako ngayon. Yung mga kahinaan ko, akin lang yun at wala kang kinalaman doon. Una, maraming salamat sa pagiging guro sa UP Baguio. Mapalad ako at naging teacher kita sa PHI noong freshman ako. Unang araw pa lang may group assignment na para mag-report sa susunod na meeting. At dahil hindi naman kami group 1, akala ng grupo ko ay sa susunod na meeting pa kami magre-report. Siyempre, mali kami. Lahat pala ay dapat mag-report, kaya 0 ang score namin. Dahil doon, natutunan ko ang kahulugan ng pagiging responsable at ipinagmamalaki ko ang grade ko na 2 sa klase mo. Hanggang ngayon, sinisikap ko bilang isang tao na maging responsable sa bawat araw na ako ay naglilingkod bilang guro sa UP Baguio. Pangalawa, salamat sa pagiging administrador sa UP Baguio. Administrador na kalmado at mapaggabay. Bilang coordinator ng Social Sciences Division at bilang dean ng UP Baguio, isa kang huwara ng pagiging kalmado at rasonable. Hindi ko maalalang nagalit ka, kaya sa iyong pamumuno, hindi ko naramdaman na may krisis dahil ang mga suliranin ay hinahanapan ng mga solusyon kahit limitado ang mga resources. Noong inappoint mo ako na SRO, lalo kong natutunan palawakin ang aking konsepto ng kagalingan at benepisyo upang maging akma sa buong UP Baguio at hindi lang yung limitado sa Soksay. Iba pala yung palalawakin mo ang konsepto mo ng interes na para sa buong UP Baguio at hindi lamang sa iyong sarili o sa iisang sektor o disiplina o sa kolehiyo. In short, lumalim ang pag-unawa ko sa organizational thinking na unang itinuro ni Dr. Casambre at Dr. Rude sa akin sa political science discipline. Ang isaalang-alang ang organisasyon sa mga personal na desisyon. Naniniwala pa rin ako dito, Jess, kahit parang minsan, pakiramdam ko nagiging outdated na yata ang pananaw na ito. Pangatlo, at higit sa lahat, maraming salamat sa tulong mo sa akin at sa aking kapatid na si Odi noong nasa gitna kami ng pangkalusugang krisis noong 1997. Ang buong pamilya ng UP Baguio ang tumulong sa akin noong magkaroon ng kidney failure ang aking bunsong kapatid na si Odi. Nag-fundraising ang Soksay, pasimuno si Lulay Hamada, sumalangit nawa ang kanyang kaluluwa. Nag-ambag si Weng Boqueren, pinahiram ako ni Dr. Rude ng pera para sa transplant na nung mapag-ipunan ko at babayaran na kapiraso lang ang tinanggap at i-pay forward ko na lang daw sa iba. Hindi ko pa nga alam kung ibig sabihin ng pay forward noon. At ano ang naging papel mo din, Jessica? Disyembre 1997, schedule ng transplant, wala kaming matirhan ng nanay ko sa Quezon City. Dahil wala naman kaming kakilala doon, noong kailangan naming mag-kidney transplant sa NKTI. Humiling ako kay Dean Jessica na patirahin kami ng nanay ko sa Balay UPCB noong mga panahong iyon. Hindi ako nagdalawang salita at pumayag agad si Dean Jessica. At noong lumabas ako ng ospital, sa Dean's room ako pinatulog ni Dean Jess. Imagine, pinatulog ako sa Dean's room. Do you know how much of a big deal that was for me at the time? Dito ko nakita ang pagkalinga ng UP Baguio at ang papel na ginagampanan ng mga leader nito. Hindi lamang routine administration, kundi humanistic. Mayroong pakikipagkapwa-tao. Parang simple na lang ang mga ganitong bagay kung titingnan ngayon sa dami ng resources at mga pribilehiyo ng faculty. Ngunit napakalaking bagay nito noon sa amin, sa akin, at hindi namin ito makakalimutan. Maraming salamat din, Jessica, mula sa aming buong pamilya, sa akin, mula sa aking kapatid na si Odi, na kahit nagbalik na siya sa pagdadialysis sa nakaraang 10 taon, ay kasama ko pa rin siya hanggang ngayon. At bilang pagtatapos, may panahon na matagal kang nawala. At noong bumalik ka, naalala mo ba nung sinabi kong, "Can I hug you?" And you said yes, and we hugged. I was so happy that you were back, thinking, wow, maraming matututunan ang mga nakababatang faculty by simply listening to you speak and express your opinions. Ngayong magre-retire ka na, nalulungkot na naman ako, hindi sa pansariling dahilan, kundi dahil sa institusyonal na dahilan, sa mga aral sana na maaring matutunan namin sa iyo. Pero masaya ako para sa iyo at naiinggit siguro. Mula ngayon ay marami na ang oras mo para sa sarili at pamilya. Nakapag-ambag ka na ng malaki sa UP Baguio at dapat lang na may araw din ng pagpapahinga. Karapatan mo ito at karapat-dapat ito sa iyo. Mula sa puso ko, maraming salamat sa iyo at sa iyong pamilya. Enjoy your retirement from UP. Lubos na gumagalang at nagpapasalamat, Toto.
Thank you for inviting Steve Rude and me to each contribute a message at this send-off surprise for Jessica. It is a privilege to be asked to participate in honoring a standout stalwart of UP Baguio. Having served in various administrative positions at UP Baguio over several decades, from 1986 to 2000 and 2012 to 2021, Jessica was an active participant and mover in UP Baguio's transformation from the little college on the hill to the vibrant autonomous university it has become. The interim between UP College Baguio under Diliman and an autonomous UP Baguio was in fact the time when Jessica led the college in daring to dream of a UP for Northern Luzon, chasing this dream down Marcos Highway to a promising new campus site. It was a necessary dream, a large part of the groundwork that included a college-wide strategic planning workshop circa 1997, Floor recalls, that prepared the UP Baguio community for the eventual realization of the autonomous university, expanding on the same hill that had been its home for 6 decades. My aged brain could offer only dulled memories of the decades from the 80s to 2000 when I left UP Baguio. Thinking back, the sense I keep coming up with for that period is the lack of drama, as in, Jessica does not have a drama queen bone in her body. The proper word, of course, is equanimity. Jessica served and led with a calmness that I believe was rooted in a gift of multiple intelligence, keen understanding of duty and office, and sure-footed integrity. A couple of personal examples I recall. 2 college graduations when I received a memo requesting me to write the dean's speech to introduce the graduation speaker. And one time I was called in to the dean's office to be consulted on a confidential matter. Done. No drama, just everyday official business. More recently,
when the group of former faculty who had served in the 1960s under Dean Rolla planned to donate a gift to the college, it was Jessica that I quietly consulted and coordinated with to effect the donation. Congratulations, Jessica. Your generosity of self has contributed, indeed in no small way, to the thriving university and community that is UP Baguio. Today is a long stretch from that very first time I saw you. You stood just outside the back door of the house where I was a boarder, absorbed in a brief, hushed conversation. It was the day 49 years ago when the radio stations went uncharacteristically silent, and life as we knew it was suddenly upended. It would be almost a decade later when our paths crossed again, this time as faculty colleagues. I had just come back to do my return service, Steve in tow as a bonus to the college. Soon thereafter, I became a happy foot soldier for more than a decade under your able command. As a postscript, let me add, I wrote my textbook in unhurried and unheralded fashion after retirement. In my mind, I was engaged in a ritual of debriefing and putting a punctuation to the accumulation of syllabi and teaching notes over decades. Serendipitously, I had a complete draft just as my department was celebrating its centennial, a milestone I hadn't even been aware of, so I was happy to reveal my post-retirement project. You must have a book or two or more in you. I look forward to reading Jessica K. Cariño, author, in the years ahead.
Magandang hapon sa ating lahat. For my part, I'd just like to add a few bits about Jessica that I know. Back in 1985, the Division Academic Personnel Committee made a decision to grant her a study leave to finish her master's, and I always said that was one of the most productive decisions we had ever made because besides her master's thesis, she produced a pair of twins. Very good. I never knew how she did it. A few years later, she wrote a working paper for the Cordillera Study Center called the 1991 Local Government Code and the Participation of People's Organizations and NGOs. And that working paper was taken up in Manila in something called, somewhat grandiosely, the Government Non-Government Coordinating Council on the Local Government Code. Because what they were trying to do is figure out how to encourage civil society participation in local governance and how to get local governments to accept that. The third thing I'd like to point out, remember, is in 1994, I was offered a short-term consultancy by USAID to study the soundness of a proposed project to strengthen local governments throughout the entire country. I was a little worried, so I consulted Dean Jessica about whether or not I should take the offer, given that a number of people in the university might look askance at my taking U.S. money. And she said, "Oh, don't worry about it, Steve. It'll only be a few weeks. Nobody will notice." Well, as we all know, that was the beginning of a long trajectory that took me out of the academe and into the development world. Finally ending up in 2017 when I stepped down from the Asia Foundation as its country representative. But at the beginning, in fact, I did learn skills in the Governance and Local Democracy Project, which allowed me and others to undertake technologies of participation as a study, as a form of facilitation for the strategic planning workshop that we did for UP North and Luzon. So there was some benefit to the UP as an academic institution. I very much enjoyed my time at UP Baguio, and Jessica was an important part of it. So I'm glad to be able to say Godspeed, Jessica. best of luck.
Yes, you're retiring after giving the best years of your life to UP. Now, you can build your house, exercise pa more, travel pa more. Cheers!
Hi, Jess. After so many accomplishments and administrative details, welcome to world after UP Baguio with your family, pets, nature, and indigenous peoples in the Cordillera and globally. The whole world awaits you.
Hi, Jessica. I wish you a long, healthy, and happy retirement. Congratulations on your new job. Your new job is to ensure that you enjoy your retirement. Best wishes on your new beginning. I dare you to write your memoirs.
Congratulations, Jess, on your retirement after many fruitful years of serving UP Baguio. I'm sure your colleagues will miss your kind, wise, and calm leadership at the university. Now you can focus on reinventing yourself and finding something just as fulfilling and enjoyable to do with your time. You could become a baker, a travel blogger, a story writer, or all of the above. Who knows? So happy retirement, Jess, and cheers from all of us.
Jessica, best wishes on your retirement from UP Baguio.
Hi, Jess. After teaching and working for UP for more than 42 years, you can finally retire and rest, and hopefully we can start to build our retirement home. Good luck to both of us.
Hi, Ma. Watching you at work and at home while growing up, I couldn't have asked for a better role model in terms of work ethic, earning the respect of colleagues, staying calm and collected in the face of challenges, both work and personal, and maintaining a healthy work-life balance. You were always busy, but you were also always present for us. I hope I can one day be as good a role model to my children. That's it from me. I'm looking forward to spending more quality time with you now that you're retired, and I'll see you in a few days. Love you.
Okay. Hi, Ma. So I was invited to share this video for your send-off. Thank you to JJ and the other people who helped organize it. I think it's very sweet of them, and it also shows just how much my mother's colleagues at UP Baguio have come to appreciate her time there and have enjoyed working with her. I myself spent a lot of time during my childhood, during my formative years in UP Baguio, running around, joining summer workshops, meeting the people that my mom worked with, and finally also getting to study there myself for a couple years in college. And so I have also grown to love UP Baguio very dearly, as has my mom, I'm sure, for having spent so many years there and giving so much of herself to the school. And that's something that I saw as a kid when she was the secretary, later as the acting dean, and then as the dean herself, through her presentations, her participation in things like the Torch Parade and Pasiklaban, which I still remember very well, and everything that happened since then, like more recently with the museum, which I think is amazing. And yeah, so thank you again for putting this together. I'm looking forward to spending more time with my mother in Baguio as well as soon as things let up. Hopefully that happens soon. And yeah, so I'm happy for you, Ma, and I'm glad that the people that you work with are doing this for you now.
Memories light the corners of my mind, misty watercolored memories of the way we were. Scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind, smiles we gave to one another for the way we were. Can it be that it was all so simple then? Or has time rewritten every line? If we had a chance to do it all again, tell me, could we memories may be beautiful and yet much too painful to remember. We simply choose to forget. So it's the laughter we will remember whenever we remember the way we were.